Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to some Dominion 6. Last time we did, something from the Toho mod. Was it Raimaden? Yeah, it was Raimaden. Which was expansive and barely OP, I suppose. I don't know. It was fun. But let's roll up another one. 237. That's M.A. Darnassus, Night Elf Sentinels. I would guess no. Right? I feel like I've only done one Warcraft theme one, and that was Orgrimmar. Okay, well then we gotta switch to Warcraft music. It's too appropriate. Now we could play on the Azeroth map, but that still hasn't been updated since our last time, and it's just kind of rough. Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice thought. I think we've had like a decent game or two on it, sort of, but it's rough. Yeah, anytime you take a map that was not made for Dominions and make it into Dominions, just a little rough. So, yeah, I think we're gonna not do Azeroth. But alright, let's disable everything and enable the merge mod. Okay. So as for the map we are going to play on, I'm feeling Temple of the Crescent Moon. 207 probably. Middle age. 6 players. Darnassus, Night Elf Sentinels. The Night Elves, or Kaldori, which means children of the stars in their native tongue of Darnessian, are among the oldest known races in the world. As a race, Night Elves are typically honorable and just, but they are very distrusting of the lesser races of the world. They are nocturnal by nature, and their shadowy powers often elicit the same distrust that they have for their mortal neighbors. The Night Elves are a reclusive and mystical race born during the waking of the world. So it's a race of Night Elves. We get treants and ranged troops and other things. Nature, astral, air magic with some fire, earth, and water. Moderate priest, standard forts. Night Elf Runner, stealth 50 for survival, dark vision. Warden, assassin 4. Wait a minute, Mikey. Fucking 18 protection, 14 MR, 14 morale, assassin 4, which is very high. And dark vision 50 to boot, with a 17 slashing damage warden blade, and a range 11, 14 precision, 13 magic piercing warden dagger, with a strong poison. Okay, these things are going to assassinate a lot of stuff. Demon Hunter, another assassin. Assassin 2 this time with no armor. But they do have Fire Shield 4, which is pretty low considering they have no protection. They do have 16 defense, which is pretty respectable. And 2 Demonic Warblades, 17 magic slashing damage, double versus demons. By and large, I would say the other guys are going to be far more effective against most targets. And they're half the cost and half the recruitment points. So, yeah. Mistress of the Hunt. It looked like it was just floating. 100 leadership, stealth 50, dark vision, blah, blah, blah. Riding a Night Saber. Cool, but not very good. But that's our main military commander. Druid of the Talon. 2 air, and then 2 earth or 2 astral. That's a fine mage. No notes. So we're primarily going to be air magic. Druid of the Claw. Well, let's not jump the gun here. We got Earth 1, Astral 1, Nature 1, Earth, Astral, Nature, 10% for another one. They also have Berserker +2, Recuperation, Dark Vision, and Healer 1. I mean, yeah. You could use them as a thug, but you have to load them up with gear. I mean, they got decent paths for it, right? They get Temper Flesh, Personal Iron Skin, Body Ethereal, possibly Personal Regen. Like, they got good paths for it, I suppose, but... Nah. But, outside of that, as a mage, we get access to big Earth and Nature communions. Which obviously have a lot of allure. It depends. It depends on what we're looking at with protection values, resistances, what our sacreds look like. So we'll see. It's going to be obviously one of those two, though. Priestess of the Moon. 2 recruitment points. 1 astral, 2 holy, and then fire, air, earth, astral, 20% for another one. They ride frost sabers. Sacred sabers. Yeah, I mean, as a mage, whatever. But it's a level 2 priest for a decent price, I guess. Well, it's not that decent, but it's fine. And then Keeper of the Grove, cap only. 4 recruitment points, 405 gold. They get 2 astral, 3 nature, and then water, earth. 10% for another water, earth, astral, nature. So 4 nature is going to be very unlikely without a Thistle Mace. And the thing is, like, if I want big nature, I'm much better off just doing communions. It's not bad. It's not a bad mage or anything, but I think given the fact that this mage exists, it's hard to justify. Yeah, I mean... Granted, like, this will have higher ceiling for rituals. So we'll have to look at, like, our conjuration stuff. But, yeah, by and large, we're going to be going Druid of the Claw or Druid of the Talon. Units. We have a basic Treant, our cheapest unit. 17 hit points, 10 protection, 6 defense, with blunt and pierce resist. And poison resist. They are susceptible to fire. With 2 9-damage fist attacks. As far as the bare bone cheapest unit goes, like, that's pretty decent. 10 protection, 17 hit points with blunt and pierce resist is quite sturdy. Offensively, however, they're pretty shit. Archers. They get range 45 longbows with 13 piercing. But they have no protection of any kind and 10 hit points, so... Yeah, I mean... They are cheap, though. And we do have very readily available access to, like, envenom arrows and stuff, or hail of serpent fangs. So having 500 longbows with poison on them is always going to be pretty good. And the fact that it is longbow is pretty nice. Dryad. 18 hit points, size 4, 3 natural protection, 15 defense, 15 MR, 11 morale, 22 speed. They have a 12 damage hoof, 14 damage dagger, and they can throw a poison javelin. It's a light cavalry, essentially. Like a very light cavalry. It's not normally something I go for. Warden Initiate. Here you go. 10 hit points, 18 protection on the body, 11 defense, no shield, 12 MR, 12 morale, 10 speed is pretty good for heavy armor. They have a 17 slashing damage Warden Blade, and they can throw the Warden Dagger. Once. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad at all. As far as, like, sort of a heavy infantry goes. It's annoying to me that they have a one-handed weapon and no shield. I mean, sure, they have a dagger, but it's one dagger they throw. Like, they can't have a shield then. So it's sort of like kind of the worst of both worlds. You don't get the shield, and you don't get a two-handed sword. It's a little bit of a bummer. Huntress. 10 hit points on the rider, 8 protection. Oh, it's 10 on the body, 0 on the head. 16 defense with a parry force shield. Even though it looks much bigger than that, I think that should be a kite shield, but okay. 12 MR, 10 morale, 20 speed. They have a 15 damage short sword, and they can throw a glaive twice for 14, within range 5. The mount is size 4. 18 hit points, 1 protection, 9 defense, 7 MR, and a 15 damage bite. Now, it's pretty shit, right? But it is size 4, which means that the vast majority of hits are going to hit the Huntress. But she's not that great either, offensively or defensively. Stealth is trying to do a lot of heavy lifting here, but I don't value it that much in single player. Initiate of the Claw. Limited to 5 per turn, so that's a bit of a bummer. They have 18 hit points, 7 protection on their body, 0 on the head, 9 defense. But they have Berserker +2, which really doesn't help them at all defensively. I mean, not really. And remember, they have to get hit for that to activate anyways. Now, they do have 18 hit points, which is quite a lot, but I feel like anything that hits them is probably gonna, like, take a limb or something, you know? It's... Thankfully, they have recuperation, but they have to survive the battle. I don't know. They do have 26 damage battle axes. And if we could get, like, Marble Army up, I think these guys would be very nice. Very, very nice. But until then, I'm iffy. Hippogriff. 40 gold, 40 recruitment points, 1 resource. They have 40 hit points. Only 6 protection, 7 defense, so they are not defensive whatsoever. Hit points doing most of the work there. 12 MR, 15 morale. They're flyers, of course, animals. With a 16 damage beak and a 17 damage talon. Again, like, Marble Army, these things will shred quite a lot. But that's very late in the game. Hippogriff Rider. Well, it's 20 more gold and 20 more... 10 more gold, 10 more recruitment points, but not much more resources, and that's because the Rider is not adding a whole lot here. It's a size 6 mount, so a lot of attacks are just going to be hitting the Hippogriff, but I guess it could split the difference a little bit. 16 defense, but 0 protection, 10 hit points, which means if any arrows do hit them, they're basically dead. But it's somewhat unlikely. Now, it's a mounted archer, but they don't have mobile archer, and it's a flying mount. I've never appreciated this setup. But I'm still unclear exactly on how ranged attacks work with flyers. If I set it to attack rear and it flies in, is she just going to sit there and shoot her bow? I wouldn't imagine so. So I'm just not clear on it. And then we have Ancient Protector, a cap-only Sacred Treant. $50 gold, 1 resource, 34 recruitment points. It has 55 hit points, size 6, 9 protection, 5 defense, 12 MR, 12 morale. It's got blunt and pierce resist built on. Poison resist 15, and susceptible to fire 3. An 18 damage fist attack, and a 28 damage boulder. Okay, well, you have a giant bag of hit points for Sacreds that also have blunt pierce resist. That's a pretty strong foundation. The only protective thing they really benefit from, as far as protection value is, it would be hard skin to give them +5, which is pretty valuable. But obviously, they really want regen. And also enlarge. So all that would be very valuable to them. The real issue, of course, is their damage potential. There is none. Well, I mean, yeah, if they connect with something, it's big, but they're not going to connect with something. So you have a sort of dilemma here. You can try to boost their offensive potential in some way by cranking up their attack values. Because you could probably get this attack up to like 13 or something, which is not bad. And they'll hit stuff. I mean, with Blood Surge involved, they could be swinging for like 21 damage, and that's pretty good. But I think what really we're going to be looking at them for is just a fucking wall. Just a wall of hit points and regen and stuff. You know, like using them like Vine Ogres, basically. And then we have archers way in the back with poison bows from all our nature magic. And we just rain poisonous death, which isn't going to affect these guys at all. That's more what I'm thinking of doing with them. And so there are some good blesses then for like a wall. If we look over everything. So, like, we could give them Chill Aura. That would be pretty viable. We could give them Heat Aura, which would also give them 10 Fire Resist to sort of nullify that a little bit. That's not the worst idea. Or Fire Shield. Fire Shield would actually be pretty decent. Or charge bodies, stuff like that. Anything that's based on them getting hit is pretty decent, or just standing there. What else is there? Fate Weaving could be okay, but again, we don't really want to focus on them attacking and getting hits in. Fear Aura would be very strong, but it's very expensive. Dread, similarly, would be very good, but it's quite expensive. And Blood Vengeance, I think, would be pretty good. Problem with a lot of these is that what we wanted was, of course, Nature and Earth. And Nature and Earth does not have any of, like, the really sort of reactive stuff like that. So we're going to have to dip into a third path here that's not Nature and Earth. And that's tricky, because we already wanted some very lofty stuff in Nature and Earth. We wanted Hard Skin and Regen. So that's 7 Nature and 6 Earth. To get into another thing where it's kind of viable, it's even more expensive. Chill Aura would possibly be the cheapest thing we could get. but also like the least effective. I think Fire Shield is kind of good, but we'd have to get fire... Well, we don't have to get fire resistance for it to work. It would just be kind of nice. It's gonna be pricey. Oh, we get a bunch of pretender options. Ancient of Wind, Lore, Wonders, War, Tree of Ages, Tree of Life, Tree of Eternity. Huh. The Ancient of Wonders, just to take a look at it, 200 hit points, 16 natural protection, size 10, with Earth 1, Nature 2, Blunt, Pierce, Resist, Master Smith 1, Forge bonus 2. It's a pretty solid start, but new paths cost 80, which is not cheap. I could take this guy, whose new magic paths cost 60. Sure, he's not nearly as beefy in combat. This thing's built more like a monster. But it's hard to say. I don't think we can go with Dominion 1. And I'm iffy on Dominion 4, although... Yeah, the fountains cost 40. And if I were to just spec this out, say we want that, and let's say we want Fire 6. We want Regen, we want Hard Skin, we want Fire Shield. We're gonna have to tank Scales. Granted, I really don't need productivity at all. Have to go in prison with that. So that's if we went with the tree. If we went with, say, the Lord of Fertility instead, 7 nature, 6 earth, 6 fire. You're looking at basically the same thing. Yeah, no way. Okay. Then there's, of course, the Dominion 1 option, which is probably the least viable due to how expensive this is. I suppose, actually, it's not bad. There you go. We have Dominion 1, though, which is pretty bad. Well, we could get that. It's not terrible, and we get Dormant. The only real problem is the low Dominion at 4. We could take Death 1 to make it 5. I could take Order 0, which would get us to 6 with that. And then we could take a little bit more fire resist. Or we could go for shock resist if we want to do the air mage. But I'm leaning towards the other one now. What we didn't get was, of course, enlarge. But we do have access to giant army eventually, which would solve that for us. So yeah, I think we're going to go with that. It's a weird, interesting choice. but I like it. Terrific. All right, and we're doing standard 8 thrones for 6 players. Let's go, go, go. All right. Got a throne here right away. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yeah, for shit, we're making these things. Well, we definitely want Druid of Claw, then archers. That's it. For research, we didn't even look at spells. We were so preoccupied with our sacreds. So, Conjuration, we have Conjure Owl Scout. Fairy Dragons. Effective fighters against enemy casters and magical creatures. You get 3+1 for 8 pearls. Mountain Giant. You get 1 Mountain Giant for 5 Earth Gems. Avatar Vengeance. Powerful spirit assassin can summon lesser spirits of vengeance. Chimera, 2 for 16. 2-headed dragons with corrosive breath weapons. Okay. Alteration, we have a whole lot of nothing. Evocation, we have Starfall, 1 astral, 1 nature, range 100, AoE 1, inaccurate. 26 plus 1 magic blunt damage. And AoE 8. 10 armor piercing fire damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. And all our mages will be able to cast that. It's not poison damage, but I'm glad we gave us a little bit of fire resist. Although that is a lot of fucking blunt damage if that lands on us. But it is what it is. And it's range 100. That's pretty great. Okay, so that's Evocation 4. Yeah, we'll be looking into that. Construction, I'm not even going to look at items. We already know the deal. Enchantment. Nothing. Thaumaturgy. Nothing. And, of course, blood. Nothing. Alright, not a whole lot, but a little bit. We get Starfall. It's pretty cool. So, obviously, I lean towards big alteration. We're not really... because, well, no, we do need enchantment for poison arrows. So maybe that's priority 1. Serpent Fang arrows would be 20+ area effect at enchantment 4. I think we really want Hail of Serpent Fangs. Then we don't have to fret about it. So let's go enchantment 6. And then we want construction for the cornucopias. And then we're going to go down alteration. These are speed 10, okay. Alright. Let's do it to it. I ain't got no money. Okay, not super pretty there. Yeah, not super pretty. We did it. Spawn worm prevention dummy, my favorite. Can't get enough of that thing. Money's tight, tight, tight. Expensive mages. Damn. Now we could alternatively just do assassins for a bit until our god comes out. Just do it that way. Regna. Played as Regna a little bit, right? Growth +1, luck +1, sloth +2. Blah, blah, blah. Assassinate. Just gonna be fire closest. Should that be fire rear, maybe? In case it's in a tavern. Let's see how they do, shall we? Fuck. You lost to this guy? With all your armor? Hit Warden in the head with a light lance. 20 plus 29? Okay, that was a fluke. We can't judge based on that. That's crazy. Ooh, you got him with poison. Nice. Okay, you picked up a limp. That's not great, but did it. And we always love watching assassinations. Nice. Got him good. Got him good. See, I told you they'd be good. That was just a fluke, that first one. Oh, well. Yeah, barbarians can definitely kill. Alright, they're not that good. Yeah, we probably should roll out pretty soon, but what do we even have here? No money. You got him. You got him. Nice. Okay, they're doing all right. It's the Assassin 4 here doing a lot of heavy lifting. Nice. All right, we're gonna roll out. I'm gonna go for this one that does not have an assassin on it. Okay, two of them did not find any. Got him. And Cantael. Oh, sniped. Okay, did I not put you on fire? Am I making that? I definitely did not. I'm an idiot. Okay. So Selena and Anani did not. You two. Some other ones probably are done, but we'll give it another moment. Mikasa did not find any, but you did. Nice. Okay, money's building up again. We're getting there now. Oh yeah, baby. Mikasa did not, but we can take that. I assume that there's none here, but you never know. This is long dead militia, archer, light infantry, wyverns. Okay. And our god arrived. Excellent. Finfag, the Wizard of Storm and Thunder. Yeah. Assassin 4 should really be doing more than that. Contael did not find any. Took that one easy. Now, I could have him search. But mostly I'm interested in just research at the moment. Also, I'm really interested in money. Alright, we're gonna see how it works with the full bless now. Wizard of Fire and Flame. Oh no. You're cooked. Yeah, these are all... I just... Come on, Assassin 4. Do some work. Fire shield. Regen. "14 protection, regen, fire shield." They'll still die. I mean, and 14's not that much. But yeah, much better. That was heavy cab, so it's fine. I don't want that. Okay, we'll do that. Need more mages. Got him. Heavy cab again. One more dead. It's alright. So there's a throne here, but I'm pretty sure someone was here. I guess we'll try to make our way there. If we can get 3 throne connections, I'm usually somewhat happy. More assassinations. Yeah. These two are the pros. Except they still can't get him alone at night in bed. The fucking horse. Damn. Lost 2 on that one. Jeez. Again, 14 protection is just not that high. Maeb Shadow Song, the High Warden. The level 2 Priest Assassin with 18 protection, 14 hit points, 11 defense, 60 MR. Assassin 4, Warden Blade, and Ward. So basically, yeah, she's another one of those, but just sacred. I mean, that being said, it does... That is pretty nice. For the extra 5 protection and for Fire Shield. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I want to put her on that throne, but maybe this throne. Jeez. Okay, I didn't lose any on that one. Just kind of curious to see why some of these guys might be dying. Yeah, I mean, they really don't take much damage from anything. As far as these light guys, light little dudes. You'd think the regen would sort of stack it up. Okay. Barbarian Horde in the Earthshell Mountains. Yeah, no surprise there. And now they're gonna roam. I'm not settling for it. Go take them out. Alright, we are surrounded by Ys. We really do not want to go to war with MA Ys. I mean, we have 2 fire resist, I guess, but still. Yeesh. How many commanders does this thing have? Oh, God, and he died to a heavy infantry. That's easy. Okay. Bad. Not a spawn worms prevention dummy. And we have our throne connection. Good. Now we're gonna head backwards. We want to get a fort in Efezabor, but I also don't want to slow down recruitment. Assassinate. You're going to bless yourself and then fire closest. Yeah. Hmm. All right, East accepted. And that was that. That's the end of her. I mean, it would be a very impressive assassin to win that fight. We really need to catch them sleeping. Oh, it dumped all our archers. Okay, well, whatever. We'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's good enough, good enough, good enough. Yeah. Ugh. Ragnar, what are you doing here? Okay. Build a palisade. Ragnar accepted. Excellent. 13 afflictions were cured. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, we're going to bring along a mage. Oh, this one got 3 earth. That's pretty wild. I think we're mostly interested in nature mages. We're going to take on this one. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Hold and attack. Hold and fire, hold and fire, hold and fire. I don't really care what you shoot at, but you'll shoot at something. As far as spells, we're mostly looking at little envenomate. That's really shit without Dominion's Enhanced. Why did I bring you exactly? Well, I brought you to carry archers, I suppose, or just cast spells. Okay. Cannot fail. Just cannot. This throne's pretty light, though. I don't think we want to dilly-dally on that. We also might want to start making temples. Let's see how it goes. The Great Feral. Oh yeah, baby, the wall of protectors. The wall. Okay, it devolved out of a wall pretty quickly, but still. We lost 2 sacreds, 10 archers. I'll take that to the bank. Not shabby at all. Hmm. Okay. I mean, we are sort of entitled to these spots, but I really want to get to this. This one's very secure. Like, no one's taking that from us anytime soon. This one could be taken. Okay. And we're going to get enchantment 6. So I'll probably just grab some gems for one of these jabronis to cast Hail of Serpent Fangs. Yep. Oh, we lost Thodaz. Sure done did. Those barbarian hordes are everywhere, man. Where the hell is Thodaz? Oh, right there. Uh, man, man. Okay. Damn it, I don't want to take gems. Okay, fine. Take a bunch of gems. Cast Hail of Serpent Bangs. And then be conservative about it. Fine. Quit taking my shit. Oh. Okay, it ran into some other army. Great. Just hold on, barbarians. I'm coming for you. Don't let anyone else touch you. Ooh, nice. Bypass. Nice. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We made it. Excellent day. This one is in his cap circle. It's a little tricky. This one, though, Might be able to... Might be able to cloud trapeze our guy onto that one. From here, although it's kind of far, isn't it? If it goes off just land connections, which is how else could it do it, right? It's kind of far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we might have to take this. I'll go with the Kithronic Lion Pelt, to be honest. Not a bad idea. We'll wait a moment. We'll wait for construction 5. Alright, throw number 2. Now with poison arrows. Get fucked. Oh, get fucked, barbarians. Run them over. Not a single death. Oh! Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. The thing with this is, like... if it's in our Dominion, with Earth Magic and Hard Skin, we already have 8 protection. And then he can cast Personal Iron Skin or whatever. Which bumps him up to, what, 15, I think? But, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of buffs we can cast, so I suppose it's okay. It's only 1 encumbrance. That's the real juicy part of it. But we could get, say, the Brightmail Hauberk, which is basically just better. Basically just better. Thing is, though, I don't really want to airdrop them until we have, like, Firestorm. We do have Heat from Hell, though, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. What about Foul Vapors? Does have access to that. That's pretty juicy. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Maybe give him the Green Dragon Scale Mail for extra poison resist. 10's pretty good, though. Okay. We'll go with it. We want Boots of the Messenger, of course. For miscellaneous items... Amulet of Resilience, probably. What we're looking for. And then maybe just the Girdle of Might, or Spell Focus for penetration? That's pretty good. But I don't like the bad luck. I guess I'd lean towards Girdle of Might. We love reinvigoration, man. The more spells we can get, the better. Then probably we're looking at the Vine Shield because it's a classic with 0 encumbrance. And for a weapon, maybe just like a Thistle Mace. Bump his nature even higher. And if we can get Phoenix Spire online, extra juicy. The Golden Throne. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, okay. Right, so now he's got 21 protection before any buffs. That's pretty strong. Regen is kind of meh. Reinvigoration 11 is phenomenal, and that's before Summon Earth Power. Well, with Mist Form, regen's pretty good. He also has Moss Body, though. Jeez. Got just an insane amount of buffs. I'm tempted to just teleport or Cloud Trapeze onto this right now. I think he can take that. So you're gonna need nature gems. I'm just gonna give you a little bit. I don't think you need much right now. You're gonna start with Foul Vapors. Then go with... Oh, we don't have Summon Earth Power. Okay, that's fine. Personal Mist Form. Don't even have Moss Body yet. Okay. We have Blind Shield. We have Personal Stone Skin. And we have Shroud of Bewilderment? Or Shroud of Splendor. I do like Shroud of Splendor. You're just gonna say you don't need to advance. You're just gonna sit there. It's all of the foul vapors, baby. Alright. We got our shit. Probably gonna want a guy there to build stuff. But let's mobilize. Let's see how our big mage does. We bumped. That's not good. Okay, he handled that no problem. That's fine. That's not what I was really worried about here, though. Okay, he doesn't have much, but those things are very scary. And they have very good morale, so, you know, fucking Christ, man. Instant. Just instant. God damn it! That sucks so much! Oh, man! And that has been sitting there the entire game. Until the turn I cloud trapeze onto it. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Well, we have to start getting priests then. If we don't need him to win, but really we're looking at a war with East here as kind of the only viable option. Really, it's the only, he's everywhere. East is stupidly ridiculous, I feel. Like, those sacreds, I don't know how they've made it this far without being nerfed. Province-wise, he's neck and neck with Grimheim, which I assume is some modded bullshit. With fire giants. Yeah, I'm sure this is all well and balanced. Damn it, that sucked. And if I had had a Titan, you know, we probably would have been okay, but I went with the little mage. Damn. That sucks, because that war is not going to be pleasant. Theoretically, we can go here, you know, we could go to war with whoever's here for a very long period of time so that we could eventually get here. Or we could take this to get up to here. He might not be there. And then it's boom, boom, boom. Maybe we go that route before taking this. This is still safe. No one's touching it. Lost Earthshell Mountains. Of course we did. There goes a temple. Yeah, we've got a lot of units. Something like that is pretty good. Yeah, we don't have communions yet, nor do I have anything I'd really want to build up to. So it's fine. Okay. Fucking East. What a menace. Okay, the barbarians attacked Thoda as we defended, and then we bumped into Grimheim. Guess we'll see how these fire giants are. How poison resistant are you, my friends? That is a lot of arrows. Where's the divine blessing? Oh, they are blessed. Oh, because he's not awake. Oh, fuck. That's shit. I always forget incarnate, because, oh, man, we lost 29 sacrets on that debacle. Oh my god. 48.22 protection cavalry that has a 21 damage bite, 19 damage claw. And the rider has 18 protection and 20 damage stone club. Jesus. I told you, it's always bullshit. And he took that. Well, I don't want to go to war with him, and I don't want to go to war with him. When we don't have our incarnate bless. It's a big part of our strategy, actually. Look at that. We lost 8 sacrets on that shit. Like, we need that fucking... We need regen. Head back home for now. God damn. And I might just have our mage try and take this on his own. Vine ogres are gonna succumb pretty nicely to, Oh, no, well, yeah. We probably want Firestorm. Yeah, for alteration, we're going for... 8, I guess. Army of Giants. Gonna be a bit. If I had more money, I'd build a lab here and I got more mages. But we're also in the process of trying to get this stupid god back. Oh, such shit. Two, 4, 6, 8. Who do we... 10, 12, 14 per turn. I'll call it there. That's fine. Brimheim has declared war. Okay, so be it. Saves me the trouble of declaring it myself, I suppose. Really need that god back, though. There he is. Okay, excellent. So he probably lost to nature. He did. It's not the end of the world. You're pretty much just researching now. Safe and sound. We are going to go kick some ass. Should have added more gems. Really should have just made him a fucking cornucopia. Isn't it like... isn't it 2 gems for this? 2, yeah. Just make him a fucking cornucopia and we'll make a, We'll make a lab somewhere here. There we go. That's the fire shield I know and love. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? They like shredded me. And he moved over here, and I definitely did not put PD anywhere. God damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna put a little bit of PD there. We're going to search here. And I'm gonna build a lab so we can get that cornucopia. And we'll search there. You can start researching there. Start making mages here, even though I got like no money. Okay. We just gotta go boom, 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 boom. That's it. That's the whole operation. No problem. He went for Darnassus. On a Skywatch Tower, Marble Temple. And he hit my main army with his forces. A lot of arrows. Oh, you can just hear them. Just hear them getting fucked up. Fortunately, Fire Shield not super good against the Fire Giants. But that's alright. Just gotta rout their asses. What did we lose on that one? 3 Sacreds, 9 Archers. It's not bad. He lost quite a lot more. Then he hit, what, the Archers? You just threw him into the capital and said, fuck it? Okay. Spawned more prevention dummy, bro. Okay, he's got a much larger force there. We're gonna hold. With some PD. If I can wipe out, you know, half of this, that would be good. Oh, that's right. He has to upcast it. Okay, take your nature gems for now. But we also need, what, fairy in a bottle? Alright, give him fairy in a bottle. Here it is, the big battle. Holy shit. That's a lot. But we have a lot of archers. Maybe we can HP route them or something. Wall. The wall. No, the wall. God damn it. The wall. Fuck. He lost 293. I lost 209. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically like a total defeat for me, because I need to lose far, far, far less than the AI in order to come out on top. Yeah, these fire giants. That is a very good counter to my wall. 27 damage. And the White Bear Rider. These things are cracked, man. This is bullshit. I think we lose. I don't think we really recover from that kind of thing. Yeah, that was just too much. I mean, it was a hazy strategy at best, right? Problem is, poison arrows are not as good as fire arrows. Although, granted, fire arrows wouldn't have even been... They would have probably been worse in that fight anyways. They have really high protection values, and they hit really hard. They're just an OP nation, and I'm not an OP nation. I would actually struggle to say any part of this nation that I would consider OP. Maybe these assassins you could maybe call OP as far as an assassin goes. In terms of, like, price and availability, Assassin 4 with, you know, all that, like, maybe a bit OP. But not really. And then I don't think a single unit here I would call OP. Yeah, nothing. And maybe I didn't pick the best bless for these, but it's like, what are you going to do with them? True, I could have set them at fire. I don't know why I'm ignoring the boulders, but it's range 6. They're going to throw one boulder. And it probably would get more kills. It would have, that result would have been slightly better had I used boulders. But, yeah, 27 damage hits. That's a bit too high. Regen's not covering that. I think these things, honestly, if they had 14 protection by default, I think that would be a massive bump. Or if they had regen by default, that would be a massive bump. I think they need some part of my bless innately. Because they're really not that defensible. Especially because they have no slash resistance. And there's a lot of slashing attacks in the game. And they're really not offensible, like, at all. I mean, these attack values are just dog shit. Or they need trample. If they had trample, that would actually be massive. That would have been big. Or, like, an AoE 1 attack. Like, any of these things. But, as it is, I think it's just not very good. I probably should have just gone all the way and given him, like, ethereal or something. That probably would have been a lot better. But, yeah, maybe ethereal fate weaving or something. They would have been pretty ridiculous. But I think, I don't know. It's tough. You'd think regen would be the answer, but the protection value just, they're still going to get shredded against high damage opponents. I don't know. Oh, this is actually blunt pierce, so they were not, they were going through our resistances. So yeah, they were, but what's his bless? So they had natural protection +5. Yeah, so they were really hardy then. Natural protection +5. So they have 17 natural protection and the leather hauberks. So yeah, they were looking at like 22, 23 protection. And they were resistant to fire. So my guys literally just could not touch them. Except under the most extreme situation. And yeah, I could poison them, but that's if I do damage. And against 22 protection, with my shitty little arrows, that were 13 piercing. It takes a very good roll to do any amount of damage. So, yeah, it's just a very bad combo against them. Not that I think anything else I would have had would have fared better, you know? Like, the Warden Initiates are okay, I mean, as far as heavy infantry, but they would have gotten just creamed. They only have 18 protection themselves, 11 defense, so yeah, they're swinging for fucking 27 damage. So, and they had strength +1, I believe, so 28 damage. So on average, you're doing like 10 damage to my guys, and how much health do they have exactly? 10, yes. On average, every single hit from those giants would kill me. And they would connect with every attack, too. That's not to mention the White Bear Riders, which also have 20 blunt damage. And this is 21 slashing, 19... Like, it's just insane. That's an OP nation. This one is not. That's my final conclusion. I'm going to call it here. We got 2 thrones. I think we could have easily taken this throne as well. Had we actually managed to survive here with our guy and built a lab, I think it's reasonable we could have maybe jumped on this one and taken it as well, depending on what it was. I think there was a timeline where we could have won, but yeah, the fact that the AI... I mean, come on, you knew the AI was damn well aware I was cloud trapezing onto that. Don't give me that bullshit. We didn't take a look at these summons. Maybe those were OP. I usually say that if units are not impressive, look to the summons. So I'm kind of interested in loading this mod in just to see. I guess since we're calling it, we may as well take the time. Let's see. 31462. Let's look at Fairy Dragon. 12 hit points, 2 protection, 12 defense. They are ethereal flyers. It's pretty nice. They have a 12 damage bite, and then they have a range 20 mana flare. 18 precision, causes 30 fatigue. Armor negating. Okay, it's not that great. The Mountain Giant. Oh, you know that's gotta be good. Come on. Come on, baby. 106 hit points. 20 protection. 17 speed. 10 MR, 16 morale. With a 42 damage Great Club. Length 3, 13 attack. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You get 1 for 5, which is not an amazing conversion. But they are pretty ridiculous. 106 hit point, 20 protection, 42 damage Great Club. That's a pretty big, good unit. Yeah, I like that. The Avatar of Vengeance. Let's see. Ethereal, not a flyer. It summons Spirits of Vengeance in combat. 1d6. And anything it kills comes back as a Spirit of Vengeance. The Spirit of Vengeance, 8 protection, 10 defense, ethereal, with a 30 range flaming wheel attack for 10 armor piercing fire damage. That's pretty good. The Avatar has 18 protection, 16 defense, with a Blade of Vengeance for 18 armor negating damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, it's an assassin? No. Also, it has a Fear Aura, 5. It is not an assassin. I don't know why it says that. And then the Chimera, you get 2 for 16 nature gems. $120 hit points, size 10, 18 protection, flyer with a fear 5 aura. It's got 2 vitriol breaths, range 13, 16 armor piercing acid damage, and a 27 damage corrosive bite that does AoE 1 corrosion effect. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, just the 18 protection, 120 hit point flyer with a fear aura is already pretty amazing, even if it doesn't do any attacks. Not cheap. Eight nature gems each, but yeah, I think that's pretty worth it. Conjuration 7 though. Alright, I still don't know if I'd call the nation super OP or anything. I definitely wouldn't. But the summons would have been kind of good. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's fine. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.